So as I was mentioning, the topic here is marketing. I think this can mean so many different things. I myself, I'm very excited to learn from Eleanor here. What does a marketing expert do in the water sector, especially when it comes from industry, and you have the challenge of needing to make maybe topics and issues that are a bit invisible to your everyday user, everyday person, make them visible, make them relevant. Also make sure that we are turning, technology and scientific topics into something that, raises trust, raises awareness, raises larger action across communities. So that's what we will cover today. Hopefully you'll get some inspiration there, as mentioned before. If you have any questions throughout the session, we're a small group, so I think it'd be fine to just
Yeah.
keep it interactive. And of course, we'll have some time for Q&A at the end, but you can just raise your hand, use the chat,
Mhm.
and we can address any questions, have a bit of a conversation.
Yeah.
So before I pass it over to you, Eleanor, I just wanted
Mhm.
to introduce you there. Here's a little bio, but here Eleanor has been working at Xylem for some years, and she has a lot of experience. She's currently leading Italy and France, right, marketing
Yeah.
uh, and communications, and she has experience there in some global brand transformations that we've had in the past few years, integrated marketing campaigns, how to translate really that technical piece into something that is compelling as a story. And there's been a lot of work actually done as well in the past few years on partnerships and community
Mhm.
programs. Some of you may know our Xylem Watermark program. It's not all marketing, but communicating and bringing a
Yeah.
story and making it visible and understandable is the first step in creating that change. So
Mm.
excited to have you, Eleanor.
Thank you so much. Amazing introduction. I don't have any pressure now. I'm so glad to be here with all of you, and nice to meet you. If you want to go back to the agenda slide, thank you, Andrea. So yeah, I'm very proud to represent Xylem. So I'm sure you know our company, but just wanted to set up a bit a context again. So we're a global water technology company, and we're fully dedicated to solving water challenges around the world. And today I would like to take you on a journey through how marketing can make water's invisible challenges visible, and how we can also turn innovation into impact. So we've decided this full agenda for you to go with us. We will start with just setting the stage, global water challenges and how communication can help and drive understanding and action. Then we'll see how marketing raises awareness, simplify complex solution, builds also public engagement around water issues. We'll see also how marketing supports innovation, brand consistency, and also the internal transformation we lived from last year at Xylem. So I will share that with you. Then I would like also to go on concrete example of how we bring strategy to life and how marketing is also an enabler in that direction. And we'll see also how marketing drives engagement and awareness through watermark and also some crisis communication, because as Andrea shared, marketing is also communication, and communication through everything that Xylem does. So it's not only product solution, it's also about impact and communities. And then we'll just wrap up with some main lessons and also practical advice I would like to share with you. And of course, it's an open discussion. So if you want to just stop me and ask some questions, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, I will feel a bit lonely in that speech. So do not hesitate. So I'll just begin with the big question. So why does marketing matter in a field like ours, where technology and science often take center stage? So as Andrea shared, so I early in my career, I worked in industrial and B2B context, and I quickly realized something, that in these sectors, innovation is often extraordinary but invisible. So the expertise, the technology, the impact, all of that, they're real, but they need to be understood to make a difference. And that's what led me to marketing, not as a sales function, but as a bridge between engineers and the public, between innovation and purpose, between what's happening inside a company and what the world needs to know. So, in the water industry, it's that bridge becomes absolutely vital. And because we're working on one of the most critical challenges of our time, access to safe and sustainable water. You might know that United Nations estimate that 1 in 4 people worldwide live under water stress. It's huge. Even in Europe, we are now facing droughts, scarcity, pollution issues that were unthinkable a few years ago. And yet, so much of what we do in this field remains invisible. The infrastructure underground, the sensor, the digital data, treatment technology that keep the community safe. And that's where marketing comes in. It's not so a support function, it's a strategic engine that help people understand, trust, and act. And today my goal is quite simple, is to show that marketing in the water sector is not about advertising, it's about education, influence, transformation. And we will try to answer the 3 main questions I put on the slide. So how do we make the invisible visible? How do we turn technology into trust? And how do we turn awareness into action? Hope you will be glad to take that journey with us today. If you can go on the next slide, Andrea, thank you. So when we think about water industry, we usually picture engineers, scientists, operators, so all the people designing, building the solution. But without marketing, so much of what we do will remain invisible. Water is vital, and yet it's often hidden, as I already shared, underground in the infrastructure, inside treatment plants, or also in digital systems that no one sees actually. And marketing plays a strategic role in connecting that hidden reality to people's understanding and emotion. And you will see that emotion in marketing is key. So everything helps make the invisible visible and also complex and the complex meaningful, understandable. So first step, marketing help us raise awareness. Because before anyone can protect water, they need to see it, and sometimes we don't. So we engage citizen decision makers, partners, to understand that water is not infinite, it's a shared responsibility. Whether it's through education campaign, collaboration, digital storytelling, awareness is the first step to collective action. The second one is where marketing helps simplify complexity. And at Xylem, we do have some complexity. We do have some complex products, complex technology, sensor, digital twins, smart pump, advanced treatment system. And that's where marketing steps in. We translate technical language into simple, human stories about reliability, safety, and sustainability. So when we talk about smart water management, for instance, we're not just talking about data, we're talking about resilience, efficiency, and quality of life. You just stop me if you want me to go deep dive on something, okay? And finally, I think that marketing also helps drive the change because communication shapes perception and perception drives behavior. So through a consistent and inspiring storytelling, we align people around a common mission and we accelerate innovation adoption. At Xylem, that means that we need to ensure one clear voice, grounded in credibility and impact, because it's when the message is consistent that trust grows, and with trust comes action. So if I just have to summarize this slide in one sentence, that will be that marketing in the water sector is not about promotion, It's about connection because we connect people, technology, purpose, turning understanding into action and action into impact. It's a high goal. If we want to go on the next slide, Andrea, thank you. Yes, perfect. So now we've talked about why marketing is strategic in our sector. I also wanted to show you how at Xylem marketing has truly become a driver of innovation and impact. And we had many opportunities to do so. So the first one, I would say it all starts with purpose. And we have a main purpose at Xylem is our mission, solving water. So marketing first responsibility is to make that purpose tangible, to turn it in from a statement into a shared responsibility. So we do that by, translating technology into stories that inspire trust. Whether we are talking about advanced treatment system or digital twin or smart network, we bring clarity to complexity because those are very complex solutions. And a good marketing strategy does not only promote technology, it connects it to the impact, sustainability, efficiency, and also human value. And when innovation is connected to emotion and purpose, people start to believe in it, not just understanding it. And this is how we align innovation with our mission by telling the story of why it matters. And this is very important at Xylem. The second one is transformation. So within Xylem itself, we'll take that example because over the past few months, we've completely reorganized our company and this has deeply involved marketing. So marketing is part of strategic decision from defining business priorities to shaping how we express them also externally. So our role is to make sure that what we decide internally, whether it's a new direction, a new structure, a new innovation focus, is understood, trusted, and adopted externally to our client, to our partners, to our communities. So our teams now work in a way that connects strategy and execution, ensuring we deliver one clear message which is adapted to our audience. We have also redefined our brand identity because if we want our audiences to understand who we are, we must speak in a clear, authentic, and accessible way. And today, marketing is no longer a final step. It works upstream at the early stages of innovation and transformation. So when new solutions are being designed, marketing helps define how they will be positioned, perceived, understood, and that the story grows with the technology. In short, we're no longer communicate after the fact, we co-create the strategy. And this is very key for marketing to be involved in those decisions and business strategy. Finally, the third pillar is credibility and influence. At Xylem, we focus on integrated, data-driven campaign. It's not just for visibility, but also to measure impact. We track engagement, we analyze performance, we adapt our messages to what really resonates. Okay, and because we operate in more than 150 countries, consistency matters. So a unified tone, a consistent visual identity, a shared narrative, all of that builds trust. But credibility also comes from collaboration. And with marketing, we can open dialogue with NGOs, institutions, industrial leaders to position our company not just as a supplier of technology, but as a partner for global water solution. And this is what influence looks like, when marketing becomes a space for partnership and progress. All good so far? Good, thank you.
Good.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yeah, I saw someone on mute for a question.
No? Okay, no question?
No? I actually,
Okay.
maybe a question from me, like I mean, you seem to have so many audiences, right? That
Yes.
receive different type of messages. Who would you say is, the main one? Is there a main one at all?
Yeah, of course, the main audiences will be public utilities, of course. But now we have a double strategy, for instance, because we have our clients and we have our partners, because now Xylem is organized with a partner network. So in my marketing, I need to think about those two targets, how I just share the message to our final user, client, public utilities, and the partners, because the partners, they need to understand our strategy and they need to be able to share it externally with the same voice as Xylem use. So this is like the main audience, if I may just resume.
Thank you.
Thank you. We can go on the next slide. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, here I would like to share some concrete example. I chose nice picture. I hope you liked it. As I shared before, organizational transformation. So last year we just undertook a major reorganization. It was a real milestone for us. And the idea was quite simple, but very powerful, to become more focused, more customer driven, and more agile. So Xylem just restructured the business into 4 global solution segments. I won't just go back on the segment because it's quite complicated, but just for you to know that we reorganize all the people working in Xylem into 4 segments, each reflecting a core part of the water cycle and customer journey. And what does marketing have to do with this? But I will say everything, because when you change your structure, you also change the way you talk about who you are. And marketing worked hand in hand with business leaders to build a clear story behind the reorganization, explaining why we did it, what each segment represents, and how it connects back to our mission, solving water. Internally, to help our teams understand where they fit in this new structure, and externally to make it easier for customers and partners to navigate through the full Xylem solution. So it was not easy, but being part of that make the speech very clear externally, and make Xylem being also understood with our audience. The second part is the brand. As I shared, we launched a refresh brand identity last year too. That's clearer, warmer, and also more inclusive. And brand is not just, a logo or a color and so on. It's about how we speak. The tone of voice became simpler, more human, more connected to impact. So every touch point, from digital platform, trade show, product packaging, employees communication, now carries the same message: clarity, credibility, and purpose. And that's what marketing does best. We ensure that when someone encounters Xylem anywhere in the world, they experience the same brand: consistent, authentic, and human. And also marketing, because we're doing a lot of things, as you can see. We also help activate innovation, turning technical excellence into a story that people can understand and trust. And I took the example of the launch of the new Concertor, the 6030. Concertor is an intelligent wastewater pump that automatically adjusts the flow condition, reducing energy use by up to 70% and also preventing blockages in the system. It's a powerful piece of engineering, but let's be honest, that's not what people remember. And our job in marketing was to shift the story. So instead of talking about, impeller geometry, motor, and so on, we talk about energy saving, operational peace of mind, sustainability with that product. So we built a fully integrated campaign around that: digital content, launch event, customer demonstration, sales enablement tools, all carrying one message: smarter technology that makes water system more sustainable and reliable. And that's how marketing translates technology into impact and complexity into understanding. So across all of this, reorganization, brand evolution, product activation, marketing acts as a strategic translator. We make change visible, we give structure a story, we give innovation a voice, and when people understand, they believe. And when they believe, they act and they buy our products. If we can go on the next slide. I'm not too fast, that's okay? Yeah?
No, perfect. I think
Okay,
here
perfect.
the team can
Perfect.
stop
Thank
you if
you.
you have questions. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, now I would like also thank you for the encouragement. So up to now, we've talked about how marketing drives strategy, structure, and innovation. But I think also what truly defines marketing at Xylem is this. It does not stop at communication, it drives also engagement and impact. And I would like to share with you Xylem watermark story. So I think you know, but just a bit of context here. Xylem watermark is our corporate social responsibility program, and I'm very proud of it. Watermark is our way of bringing solving water to life, not just through technology, but through people. So more than 80% of our employees participated in watermark activities around the world in over 60 countries. We contributed to thousands and thousands of hours, volunteer hours, from supporting access to clean water in Latin America, hygiene education in Southwest Asia, disaster response in Pakistan after the flood, for instance, just to give you some example. The focus here is on the WASH education, water, sanitation, and hygiene. So we help families understand how to protect their health and their environment. I just want also to share something very personal. You've seen on the first slide with my picture, I had the chance to go to Cambodia and to experience that. It was a life-changing event for me. So I worked with Watermark to help build water towers, in local community. A powerful experience, seeing firsthand how something that might look simple, such as water to us, can completely transform daily life. And it also reminded me why I do this job, because communication can give visibility to stories like this. And marketing help us connect those human moments to the bigger picture. Because when we share story from the fields, when we show how a school finally has access to clean water, or how hygienic education reduces disease, we don't just create awareness, we create empathy, and action. Thank you, Andrea. Also, another strong example I would like to share with you is our partnership with Manchester City. If you like football, you will just be, wow, that's amazing. And together we launched the Water Heroes Academy. So it's a program that trains young leaders around the world to use football as a platform for education and change. It's an incredible initiative through sport. We talk about hygiene, water preservation, and also climate resilience. So these young water heroes are active in communities from India to South Africa to Brazil, using their passion for football to engage children, families, and local authorities too. And because of Manchester City's global reach, the campaign brings this story to millions of people who might never otherwise hear them. Thanks to videos, thanks to huge campaign marketing is also relaying. And it's marketing in, the amazing form, storytelling that inspires action. And we also play a role during crisis situation, because we do have more and more of those, unfortunately. When floods, droughts, or earthquakes hit, Xylem teams responds on the ground. So with pumps, equipment, expertise. And our marketing teams make sure those stories are told in real time with transparency and humanity, because showing how our people act in this moment build also trust. So it's very, very powerful storytelling. That was for the main concrete example I wanted to share. We can go on the next slide if you don't have any question.
One question I sometimes get from friends of mine, they say,
Yes.
why football?
Why football? Because I think football is like, touching all people within the planet. It's like the common
Mhm.
game everybody watch or not, everybody criticize too. So I think with that we can touch millions of people. And also using, well-known player, then we can also reach communities, families, and students, and so on. So yeah, that's why Xylem, I think, choose Manchester City.
Yeah, it's super universal, right?
Yes, of course.
Mhm.
Then, yeah,
Yeah.
we can touch everybody in the
Mhm.
planet with them. Mm. So
Yeah.
we did inspirational videos, around water challenges, and we even display a football game in the future without water. And football is not possible without water. So this is very powerful communication tools. Yeah. Jaime, do you have a question or no? Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so yeah, we're about to close, and I just wanted to just leave you with a few key messages and also a few ideas on how you can apply marketing into your work. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Marisa. Thank you for joining. So first, marketing in the water sector, as I said, is not a support function. Okay, it's like a strategic enabler. Sorry, it helps make the technical visible and understandable. It builds trust between innovation and society, and it transforms awareness into action. Action that can be measured, scaled, and sustained. That's what makes it so powerful. And this is the most important part. You don't need to be a marketer to communicate effectively. Every one of you in your project, your research, your organization can integrate those principles. So just wanted to wrap up on some takeaways for you. If you want to play the marketing role, then you need to start with a purpose. Always connect your work to the why. Why does it matter? Who benefits? What changes because of it? Also, think about simplification. Simplify without simplifying, sorry. So the goal is not to dumb things down, it's to make them relatable. Translate your data and technology into stories that people understand. Collaborate early. If you have marketing teams, marketing students, marketing friends, ask them, bring them into the conversation from the start, not just when the project is finished. They can help us define the story, not just tell it. Okay? And then tell your stories. You have incredible stories, pilot, local project, innovation that makes a difference. So you need to share them. The world needs to see them. And finally, be human. In our field, data is critical, but I think emotion is what mobilizes people. Final speech. I'm done. I
Great.
hope you
Thank you.
enjoy. Thank you so much for listening to me.